Hi friends, welcome back to Cat's Chat, the critical thinking channel. I hope you're all okay. Today we are going to look at one of Rachel's videos. She is definitely being very problematic at the moment, and she's saying some very irresponsible things about DV victims, etc. So this is a trigger warning for this episode as we're going to dive into one of her videos. This is going to be a very ranty episode because she's doing my head in, to be honest. And yeah, I'm going to get very petty and ranty. So I'm just preparing you guys for that. But yeah, let's get into it.
First of all, I just want to point something out, which I think got missed in the live stream, which we'll watch in a second, which is that the reason I made that video and the point of that video and the reason I emailed Emily and all of that was that I was trying to prove that Amber lied when she accused somebody of kicking her. And throughout the entire live stream that we're about to react to, you will notice that nobody once actually addresses the fact that she lied about someone kicking her. It's not a surprise to anyone that Emily did this again and that she can't be trusted, right? That's not the thing that we should all be focusing on. What we should all be focusing on is the fact that Amber lied about being kicked. And somehow, despite my attempts in my previous video, nobody in the LCU has actually talked about that fundamental thing. That is the problem.
Rachel, because the problem is that her response to that was no. It was just a no. And we're all expected to believe that, are we? We're all expected to believe, after everything Emily's done and everything Emily's said, that she's a trustworthy narrator in this situation. Don't be ridiculous. And as for the reason you decided to message Emily in the first place, I don't know who you're trying to convince, you or me, for the reasoning. You didn't need to do it. You don't need to involve yourself that much. End of that.
The question of Amber breaking up with Emily is not the question, right? That doesn't matter. No one gives a shit about them. Everyone knows their relationship is a joke. The goal was to prove that when Amber said this,
I've never lied about anything serious ever,
it wasn't fucking true and that she had lied about something very serious. That's what I've always been trying to do. I have no interest in Justin Bieber lookalikes who live 900 miles away from me. What we want to know is Amber ever going to admit and take accountability for the fact that she's a actual full-on narcissistic liar who makes shit up about people, serious lies, like SA, being kicked, accusations of defending PDFs and such.
The fact that, yeah, she's acting like she's doing this for our benefit and doing it to protect everybody from Amber is laughable at this point, especially considering all the Discord messages, etc. Financial gain and clout is literally the only reason she is making these videos.
But then this super chat comes in. This is the super chat and somebody says, tell everyone the truth, Amber, about why you're having a bad day. Could it be because you and your girl have split up and she's talking to reaction channels such as Rachel again? Why is she no longer in the Discord? And another super chat comes in immediately after, so the guys don't respond to this and it just kind of washes over Amber's head. And then at 33 minutes there is another super chat where somebody does the same thing. Someone says, stuff about Scooter. This has been boring. Address your shit with Tommy and Rachel, which again, she doesn't respond to. But a little bit later, Fupa Cheese, who's the new host, I might at some point get to covering the new host stuff, rereads this super chat out and we get a little response from Amber. So we're going to quickly dip in, watch this response from Amber, and then we'll move on from there. So we're diving in at 33 minutes 50 to just have a quick watch of Fupa reading this super chat and have a little chat about Amber's response. So here we go.
Tell everyone the truth, Amber, about why you're having a bad day. Could it be because you and your girl have split up and she's talking to reaction channels such as Rachel again? Why is she no longer in the Discord?
What am I supposed to be responding to?
Why?
It's so silly that she would be like, what am I supposed to be responding to? Girl, it's obvious. It's been 35 minutes and the whole chat is talking about it and you still haven't addressed it. This is what the people come to the show for. They want the drama. They like the stuff with her partners. This is what makes Amber interesting. So when she refuses to address stuff like this, she may as well not bother.
Why?
Actually, Rachel Lynn, I think what you actually aren't liking about this is the fact that she's not reacting to you in your video, because in the grand scheme of things, you're not actually that important.
Why are you having such a bad day?
I'm having a bad day all around, finding out about Scooter. I'm not getting much sleep. I told Tommy I needed a break.
Like a break in the relationship?
Yeah, just give me some space. So
I mean, it's quite ironic that she's now claiming that she asked Emily for space when we know that she's a fucking fiend and is constantly on the person's arse. If Emily is angry with her, it's extremely unlikely that Amber is asking Emily for space. That's what I think, but I could be wrong.
But what if you are wrong? What if you are wrong? What if Amber is actually annoyed that she's reaching out to other reaction channels? You're not there. We're not there. Nobody's there. You're involving yourself in a very toxic relationship which you shouldn't be involved in.
And then a bit later in the live, we get this super chat where somebody says, didn't Amber get demonetized for eating on camera? No one wants to watch feeder content. Since E dumped you, should we discuss how you said, I'm not some bedbound freak? Again, more ableism from Amber, and she did say that.
Imagine Amber walking down Times Square. I know that sounds hectic, but it's possible. I'm not some like immobile freak.
Knowing that Emily's ex, who died of obesity, was bedbound. And it's absolutely true. Emily's fiance, she was her fiance at the time, did die of weight-related disease while she was in a relationship with Emily. And then this is how Amber responds.
Since he dumped you, should we discuss how you said him not some bedbound freak? Knowing that Emily's ex who died of obesity was bedbound?
Did you read that one, Amber?
yeah, so I'm not going to be talking about Tommy anymore. I don't know why people keep bringing her up. It's like just really annoying at this point. But no, I didn't get demonetized for eating on camera. I got demonetized for talking about eating. This is a different channel. This has nothing to do with my weight, my size, nothing. So this is a completely
punishment.
different situation.
Yeah,
So
and we've done stuff like this on the LCU for the whole past like year and a half.
But it's just odd to me that she's like, why do people keep bringing this up? This is your brand. For years and years and years and years and years on YouTube, your exes and drama with your exes are your brand. That's what people care about. So it's just funny to me that she acts brand new and is like, why are people bringing this up? Girl, this is the only thing that anyone is interested in when it comes to you. Nobody cares about your fake shower routine or your what I eat in a days. All people care about is the drama and, you know, your character and how it's like displayed in your lies and such, which come across because of the relationship or because of the context of your relationships.
Like, honestly, that's such a broad generalization that we are all in it for that reason. Like, I don't think we all are. I think people genuinely want to see Amber grow. So putting us all in this same box of like, we all want to see her fall apart all the time, like, I don't really want to see that, but I do find her mental health fascinating. Rachel's smugness is also getting on my nerves.
Anyway, then a little bit later, we get this super chat where Amber uses this as an opportunity to talk about her fake undiagnosed BPD. The BPD is definitely a lie, by the way. It's not necessarily a lie that she has BPD. She could have it. I don't know. But what I do know is that she doesn't have a formal diagnosis. If you're new, if you're somebody watching this to just get some information, you can go watch this video where I talk about and prove that Amber is lying about having a diagnosis of BPD. The person gives this super chat, Amber, I'm proud of you. If you really left her, you can do so much better. Also, Tech, your voice is like a warm hug. It's true, this guy Tech's voice is like a warm hug. I don't know why this person is proud of Amber or why they're giving her money. Amber definitely hasn't left Emily, and I don't think she ever would. I think that both of them need to stop having relationships and focus on themselves and do like some serious personal work before they like inflict themselves on other people. And the fact that they're not doing that and they're both trying to have a relationship together when it is so clearly not the right thing for them to do, I think that that's really dumb. But this is how Amber responds.
So Tech, your voice is like a warm hug. Heart suit emoji.
Oh, thank you, Leslie. If you didn't read it, Amber, she's proud of you. If you did leave her, I don't know what that means. I don't know.
I didn't leave her. Like, we're still together. I just said I need space because in the past, like, my BPD makes me like pop off at the seams when I'm like hurt. But like the Zoloft is helping and awareness is helping. So instead of doing that, I just say I need space. And I don't want to fucking talk about it. Like, I don't know why people keep bringing it up. It's like the craziest thing in the world.
The fact that Rachel is just so sure of herself with everything that she's saying about this relationship, a relationship that she shouldn't be involved in. She's interfering in a toxic relationship, and we're now going to talk about what can happen in that situation. Rachel doesn't have a clue about how to behave towards DV victims. It's all just clout for her. She doesn't care about these two people and their relationship, and she could be doing more harm than good, and here's why. Potential consequences of interference. Alienation from your friends. Your friend might choose their partner over you, leading them to end their friendship. I know they're not friends with Rachel, but the fact that she's interfering herself so much could be causing more isolation for Amber. Like, I generally, I'm not an Amber fan, but I am concerned for her at this point, because the added pressure on the relationship that's already controlling and toxic, she could be putting her in actual danger. And I know they don't live anywhere near each other, but what Rachel doesn't understand is that coercive control can happen in any relationship. It's psychological. They psychologically change you, and they do it deliberately for control. It doesn't matter where she is. Increased toxicity and isolation. The abusive partner may use your interference to justify control your friend further, cutting them off from support systems. And that's what I mean. Like, she could be not unknowingly making Emily put more pressure on Amber and putting her in a controlling situation. It's dangerous. So if you know someone in that kind of situation, or you are in that kind of situation, this kind of involvement can make it a lot worse. But I'm going to give you some help to get out of it, or to offer support. Better approaches. Focus on support, not fixing. Offer a listening ear without immediately attacking their partner. Ask, don't tell. Use questions to help them realize the toxicity themselves, such as, how did that make you feel, rather than, that's abusive. And it's also important to add that they know the door is always open, whether you're a relative or a friend of that person. Make sure that you don't isolate them more than they need to be. I think that's very important. They need to know that there's always support there.
And then $20 from Big Money says, Amber's significant other emailed a reaction channel named Rachel and said that she never kicked her after Amber said she kicked her twice. I thought they were in their healing era. Amber is a liar again. I don't know what that's about. Amber, what's that about?
So there's a tiny pause here. We'll let Amber talk in a second, but this is where Amber should say, if she had any fucking morals, she would go, you know what? I lied. Emily never kicked me. I was angry when I said that. I was trying to hit out at her. And in order to save face for Emily and try and salvage some of Emily's character, Amber could take accountability, but she won't, because she cares more about her ego and her brand than she cares about her girlfriend. If she really wanted to make her girlfriend happy, she could admit to the lie. Emily, you're watching this, I know you are. You think about how little respect Amber has for you. She's letting people think that you kicked her rather than just admit to her lies. It's very interesting the way Amber reacts here. She should just take accountability, but once again, she doesn't. And we all know the kick didn't happen. That was the purpose of the video I made. I wasn't trying to start drama and start shit. I mean, obviously I am a little bit, because I love keeping the heat on Amber. Amber absolutely should take some accountability, and it's embarrassing for both of them, Emily and Amber, that Amber won't, in my opinion.
Well, actually, Rachel, it's more embarrassing for you. This whole situation is completely embarrassing for you, because you are coming across as like a desperate ex-girlfriend who's trying to stir shit in the new relationship. I don't think you understand how mad you look right now, and you do look very desperate. You've come in like wanting to be the main character in this scenario, involving yourself in a relationship that's essentially none of your business and you should not be that involved in, and you are trying to cause drama in that relationship. And if you remember, you said that you are a simp for money and that you flirted to get a little tea. So your integrity in this whole situation went out the window with all these Discord messages and the way you, like, your attitude towards it all. So I don't really understand who this is for, unless it's literally just for Emily. And it says here, you know, I simp for money, literally. Did people think I was going to get the best tea without getting my hands dirty? Plus, you used a DV story as a way to get clout on a channel and refer to it as tea. So there's nothing here that's giving me any reason to make you a credible source for DV victims, or that you even care or support DV victims. Because if you did, you would not be doing this and making somebody's relationship worse. And also, what the hell does your girlfriend think about all of this? Like, where's she in all of this? Does she like the fact that you flirted with a deaf feeder to get gossip? Does she like that you're making these videos, like, basically looking like a bittered ex-girlfriend that's been dumped for somebody else? Like, surely she's not happy.
And my girlfriend replied.
Also, sorry, just to say as well, that this is really clever here, what Amber's about to do, clever-ish, because Amber basically says here, I don't know why Rachel would do that. No, she does know, because she lied about being kicked. So the purpose of the video and the purpose of the email and the purpose of all of this is to be able to say, Amber, you are definitively a liar who lied recently about a serious topic. That is the purpose of all of this. You think I want to email Emily for fun? No, I'm trying to prove that you are a liar. And it worked. And Amber's like, I don't know why she would do that. I don't know why Rachel would email her. Really? I made it very clear in the video and very clear in the email why I've emailed you. If I email and ask you one question in one sentence, it's obviously because I want an answer to that. The fact that your girlfriend responded, although questionable and stupid and embarrassing, is not actually the most interesting thing. The most interesting thing is the fact that she said, no, I didn't kick her. So that's what Amber should be addressing. But instead of addressing all of that, she spins this bullshit about how she can't trust Emily and they don't know if they're really breaking up. No one cares about that. You lied about someone kicking you. That's what actually matters here. And it's very interesting and kind of almost clever the way all of these guys, I just spat, sorry, the way all of these guys, like, circumnavigate the kick lies, which is actually the part that's actually important, and we all get bogged down in whether or not we can trust Emily. We've been known that we can't trust Emily. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting angry. Carry on, Amber.
Yeah, the over-explanation of that just makes me think that that's not the reason. You just wanted to talk to Emily. And the fact Emily only replied one word, no. She didn't say, no, I didn't kick her. It was only a no. That's all it was. And the fact that you're so sure and you're like, Amber's lying, but then in the next breath, you're like, well, we can't trust Emily. We all know that. Like, which is it? Which is it? Because you're sending a very conflicting message there. And it's very important in these situations to get it right, isn't it?
Saying that she wasn't lying, which insinuates that I was lying, which is very hurtful because...
But is it hurtful though? So, like, it's like she's so close. She's like, she replied saying that she wasn't lying, which insinuates that I was lying, which is very hurtful. No, it's not very hurtful. It shows that you were lying. So now you need to say, I wasn't lying, she did kick me, or, yeah, I lied, she didn't kick me. She doesn't do either. She turns the subject and makes it about something else. It's incredibly manipulative. What she needs to actually talk about is whether or not she was kicked, but she manages to, like, twist it away from that. It's really interesting to watch.
It's not interesting to watch at all. And the fact that you have inserted yourself so much into this situation, like, this isn't giving off the message you think it's giving. It's just making you look absolutely just desperate for attention from Emily. And it is ridiculous. And, you know, people, like I say, your credibility went out the window when you called your audience idiots. And saying, I get paid whether they love me or hate me. Like, to say that you care about getting us the right news and you care about them breaking up and you care about this, you don't care, Rachel. You don't care at all.
Because I thought that we were in our healing era. I have been...
But, like, healing from what? You're in your healing era from what? from her kicking you or from you lying about her kicking you? Like, which is it? We know it's the fact that she lied and she never kicked her, but in order to make this content have any kind of meaning, she should address it, but she doesn't. It's like so slimy. I don't know, man. You guys might not agree with me, but I just think this is like so telling, the way she just slides around the lie rather than actually address it.
What's interesting here is that her obvious hatred for Amber is clouding her judgment or anything else, because just then she said again that Emily said that she didn't kick her in that email. And it's like, well, hang on a minute ago you said that Emily couldn't be trusted, so which is it? And she should definitely just not even be talking to either of these people, let alone interfering in their relationship. And, you know, maybe Emily actually did kick her. Did you think about that? Like, not sticking up for Amber, or what if that's true? Like, they're clearly toxic for each other.
To everyone, I have been feeling that in my heart. Like, there's a plan for her to come see me. Like, things have been so good, and it's like...
A plan for her to come see you? How embarrassing. Can you imagine dating somebody who was as awful and horrible to you as Amber was, dug her nails into you, lied about it, made videos about you on the internet, accused you of kicking them twice, made all kinds of accusations of you being a feeder, bringing her food, asking about for nudes? You guys, we haven't even covered the fact that Amber claimed that Emily was begging her for nudes, which Emily also refuted. Like, there were so many things that Amber has done to Emily, and after all of that, Emily is still willing to go and visit her. Like, you are an embarrassment. You're actually a fucking fool. Like, it's stupid. The fact that we're even discussing this, the two of them are both as bad as each other and they deserve each other. But what really matters is that Amber is a public figure who is trying to peddle a narrative that she's not a liar when she is. That's what we should actually be talking about. And yet somehow we're getting distracted by this whole "is Emily trustworthy" thing. No, of course she's not. We know, like, we knew.
She's giving me complete whiplash here. I mean, like I've just said, like, for the 1,000th time, like, she's 1 minute saying Emily can't be trusted, but then we're supposed to trust that she didn't kick Amber. And also, like I said previously, when you're in a long distance relationship, even if you're, you know, in a relationship and your partner works away or whatever, the manipulation is still there, especially when feelings are involved. So for her to be totally blasé, it'll be like, well, they haven't seen each other for a year, so how's this even happening, is wild, because they have actually met each other in person. So they have connected in person for the few months she was in Wisconsin. So she knows this person. And even if they haven't seen each other for a year, these things can still happen. Like, you hear it all the time. Like, there are Netflix documentaries about people being catfished online who haven't met anyone and they've managed to emotionally manipulate them into doing what they want. So for her to just be acting like that's really stupid is just shows how little she actually cares about any DV victims in her audience. And if you are a DV victim and you did watch this and she put some doubt and made you feel stupid, please don't, because it is not your fault. You've been in that situation. It's not your fault. You are in that situation. You will get there in your own time. And people like this with a platform saying things like that is inherently dangerous to anybody, like, who is listening to her. And it makes me mad.
Everyone likes to hurt me, I guess. Like, and I know people are like, oh,
Victim Lynn, yeah.
Victim Lynn. I'm sorry, like...
Why are you sorry, though? Oh, everybody wants to hurt me. What about the people you've hurt? What about the lies you've told? This is wild, wild, wild. As I always say, she is desperate to be the victim. She will never just go, you know what, I did, da-da-da, hands up, yeah, I did it, it was dumb, I'm sorry. She never does that. The pair are manipulating each other. Anyway, I'm getting angry. Let's just carry on. Sorry.
I didn't do anything, but it's just like everything just keeps happening to me. And it's just
oh no, oh sausage, you didn't do anything. Oh, so you didn't lie about being kicked, no? Oh wait, you did. Who's the victim here? Certainly not you. You know the real victim is Casey, who you also lied about, the lies about whom you were trying to defend when you said the sentence, I've never lied about something serious. The people who I'm actually trying to defend are people like Casey, who you've accused of actual crimes with no proof and with an extremely heavy amount of speculation that it didn't happen. So if I can prove that this other lie did happen, then it makes it much more likely that these other lies, which you're claiming you would never lie about anything serious, you lied about something serious 6 months ago. She's a liar. Emily is an idiot, and the two of them are a total fucking mess. You can't heal a relationship like that. You need to break up and deal with your own selves. It's just like doomed to fail.
Like,
Again, this is someone who flirted to get the tea, and she's a big old flirt, and Emily took the bait. Like, there is no, I don't know, like, this is speculation, this is my opinion, but with Rachel, there's just no normal human emotions there. There's no empathy for anybody who's been in a DV experience. There's no empathy or care about what she did to get all this information, and it is just wild to me that she's so opinionated on their relationship when she's flirting with a deaf feeder when she has a girlfriend. It's madness.
Kim.
Hey, you know, I know we're not best friends, but we're friends, and you need to break up with that person.
Start fresh if you want, you know?
I don't fucking care. Like, dude, that person knows your life. They know what you deal with all these detractors, and she's fucking emailing one of them. That's it, bro.
I mean, she deals with this because of her own behaviour. The reason there are reaction channels is because of what she's done. But yeah, definitely, no matter what you've done, in a sense anyway, if your partner is going to be with you, they should support you, at least publicly. I think if Emily wants to talk shit about Amber and get this out and off her chest, she needs to break up with her. But as I've said, the connection between them is such an awfully unhealthy bond that I don't know how it's going to turn out. Their relationship has no future, so this is a futile waste of everyone's time. The sooner Emily wakes up and smells the fucking flowers and decides to focus on her child and her real life and not this half-ton abuser in Oklahoma who she hasn't seen for a year. Anyway, sorry, let's carry on.
She's so insanely judgmental. It's like, she shouldn't even be this close into it at all. You know, like Zachary Michael said in his video, and Charlie Gold, they've never had to actually step into their actual lives because they all tell on themselves and there's enough to do without doing that. But the fact that Rachel's insisting on getting involved in their relationship and in their lives, like actually be in it, that just shows her mentality as an individual, as a human being. Like, I don't see much difference between her and Amber Lynn, to be honest. And she really needs to stop doing this now, because it's turning very hateful and I don't like it.
That person's got to be cut the fuck out of your life. I know it sucks. I know you love her, but bro, no, dude. That's like basically cheating, dude.
Yeah.
It's actually worse than cheating. It's worse than cheating because Emily sending me an email is not cheating, but the fact that she would even entertain discussing anything with me, the fact that I could even get a reply, is a level of disloyalty that nobody should be accepting. And the fact that Amber would accept it is very telling about her. Emily's accepting a level of disloyalty too, because Amber won't say, nah, she didn't kick me. So they're as bad as each other.
Exactly. So if we know that, then why do we need to be this involved? And again, like, it's disrespectful to your girlfriend to be messaging Emily. So there we are. Like, flirting with another woman and then still, like, months later doing this. Like, I feel sorry for your girlfriend.
Really bad betrayal.
I'm sorry. They gotta go.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like, that is like the loser's anthem. That is the most passive sentence. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do. I can't make any change. Things will be what they will be. No, you are an active individual with choices. It's not, it is what it is. It will be what you allow it to be.
She pisses me off. it is what it is what you're allowing it to be. She's clearly never been in a situation where she's been manipulated like that. And when you're in that situation, it's not that easy to walk away because they have manipulated you, they're controlling you. And the fact that she's just like, well, you know, you've got your own mind to get out of it. Like, who the fuck does she think she is? Sorry, I don't often swear, but it's just really annoying me that she's sending this message out to her community without even a second thought about it, and just kind of like has these opinions that are completely fucking wrong when it comes to abusive relationships. It, like, her saying it is what it is, she could genuinely be feeling that. She could genuinely feeling like there's no way out of it either way. And for her to, like I say, for her to kind of sit there and be like, you're a person with choices, you're allowing it to happen. It's not that simple. It's not that black and white. And if she doesn't understand the situation, she shouldn't be talking about it, full stop.
I don't really know what to say about it right now, so.
I do. You need to date someone that's not going to talk to detractors.
Detractors. They all do, all of her exes, except for like one.
Look,
It's because they all get lied about. They all get lied about, so they want to tell their stories. That's why they end up speaking to people. Casey didn't speak to Mr. Snowflake for fun because Mr. Snowflake's a laugh, although he is. That's not why they had that conversation. They had that conversation because Amber accused Casey of something that never happened. If Amber never made that accusation, Casey would have never spoken to Mr. Snowflake, right? The only reason her exes go to detractors is because they need to set the story straight and they want to do it with somebody who has a platform who can get their story out there. That's the point of it. It's her fault. She brought this on herself. No sympathy ever for her. Sorry.
I don't know a lot about Casey, so I'm not going to even speak on that. But when it comes to Destiny and Beck, like, we all know that they're not great people either. And she seems to have got herself in a cycle with these people who aren't great because she rushes into relationships. And that's a level of insecurity. She's an abandonment. Like, she doesn't want to be on her own. She wants to be validated and loved. And I imagine Emily is breadcrumbing her with that, like telling her she's loved and everything. And then the next breath, like humiliating her. That's how it works. That's how that all works. And I feel like some of these exes, when we talk about like the snowflake method and stuff, and in the Discord chat they said, I'm going to go full snowflake, I think that means that they reached out to them and offered to pay them money like Rachel did with Emily. So if they reached out to them and not the other way round, then that says a lot to me. I mean, that's just my opinion and that's how it completely come across. I could be completely wrong. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But I'm not sure whether it's as black and white as Rachel's making it out to be. I'm not sure whether they came to the reaction channels or Snowflake reached out to them for interviews with monetary gain or with telling their story to make them look like the hero in Beck's case. You know, like, who knows? Like, from what we've seen, they're capable of anything, right?
No way.
All right. Guys, to the audience, whether you like her or hate her, you know I'm speaking facts. Bro, that is like
Not
basically cheating.
Like, not me, sorry. Oh, fucked it up there. Not me agreeing with Keemstar, but yeah, absolutely. They need to break up. That's that.
She's talking to you. You're the person you're dating. Your girlfriend is talking to detractors. No, over, bro. The relationship is over. I'm sorry.
Our relationship, Amber, is just we know each other from streaming and stuff. I wouldn't talk to the detractor channel if they reached out to me and was like, give me fucking lore on Amber Lynn. It's just like a level of respect there as a coworker. Being in a relationship, that's steps and steps above, right? That I would have expected her to be your biggest stout defender, right?
But why would she?
I don't know anything about this.
Why would she defend Amber when Amber's lied about her? The reason she responded to that email is because secretly, deep down, she wanted everyone to know that Amber lied about her. She still wants to set the record straight and get everyone to realise that she never kicked Amber. What she cares about more than anything is herself and her own reputation. That's why she replied. Amber means nothing to her, and it's evident, right? It's so obvious.
And again, like a minute ago, you said that she's not to be trusted. So which is it? which is it? Is she so 100% trustworthy to you that you're adamant she didn't kick Amber, or is she not trustworthy and there is a chance that she's lying and she did kick Amber? Either way, I don't think we're going to know the truth, but I will tell you that this relationship is none of your business.
Amber, I even think your detractors watching this would agree that you need to break up with her. I think they would even agree. Like, dude, that's like, no, dude, no. Everyone deserves to be with someone who is loyal, you know?
Yes, that's like the most important thing in a relationship, loyalty.
We can't hear you, Fupa.
I'm so sorry you're going through this, Amber. I know it sucks. There ain't nothing worse.
We can hear you now.
I was saying it's one thing if her exes go to reaction channels after the relationship has ended, but this has happened during the relationship several times.
Dude, fuck though. This is on pause. It's over, Amber. You cannot go back to this person. No. I'm not going to allow it. I'm going to be on your ass if you continue to date this person, because you're setting yourself up for fucking crazy failure.
Yeah.
You have so many options too. You don't have to settle for less.
I mean, she doesn't actually have that many options, if we're honest. Who's she going to date? I don't know, man. I'm not sure about this there's loads of options thing, to be honest.
That is such a gross thing to say. I mean, if we can say anything about Amber Lynn, she's never struggled to get girlfriends. She's not been single for long periods at a time. It's very, like, whoever is talking to her, obviously, you know, there are people out there interested in her, whether it is for a body or for the fame or for the money. Like, there are people ready to step in. I think that's blatantly obvious. So for Rachel to just be like, well, who would be waiting for her? Like, that's a really, that's not okay. Like, just because she's bigger doesn't mean that people aren't interested. And I think the way she came across in that statement, to me, in my opinion, was just gross.
It's over. You are not dating this person anymore. I'm going to be on your ass if you continue to try to date this person. No, it's over. I don't give a fuck that you lied. You got betrayed by the person that is supposed to be your fucking girlfriend.
You don't give a fuck that she lied about being kicked? Seriously? You don't care that she lied about physical abuse? You're a piece of shit as well then.
Again, responding to you with the word no is not unequivocal proof that something didn't happen. No court in the country is going to sit there and be like, well, she said no, so that must be it then. You know, like, there's no proof either way that this thing did or didn't happen. But as we've seen from the relationship, like, it is a possibility. And for her to just be like, well, she said the one word no, therefore it's not real. Rachel, have a word for yourself, mate.
For Amber Lynn
We're all
Reid.
here for you.
Look, I'm single too, and to be honest, I'm happy as fuck being single. I don't have no one to deal with, and I don't have any bullshit to deal with. It's peaceful as fuck.
Me too.
It's so peaceful.
I said my piece.
It's better to wait for the right person.
Yeah.
I said my piece.
I feel like so
proud of you.
embarrassed right now.
I mean, I think that, you know, I have a heart, right? I shouldn't, probably, but it is embarrassing. But she brought it on herself. Why are you making content where you accuse someone of kicking you when they didn't, or you accuse somebody of SA, Casey, when they didn't do it? Don't do that and then cry and be like, oh, I'm so embarrassed when you're outed for lying. How about don't fucking lie? How about admit it?
No, it's really brave of you to even show up today after this. Like, seriously, that took some guts.
It's embarrassing for her.
Yeah, it is. It's more embarrassing for her.
It's embarrassing for everyone involved. Everybody sucks here, truly.
Yeah.
I agree, because I'm getting secondhand embarrassment for you, Rachel, because it's embarrassing that you would want to put yourself out there and be so involved in the girl world situation. The lol cow label is definitely rubbing off on you guys.
Chat's on your side with this. You know, they're saying I'm sending love, you know. And we got another super chat. Girl, it's time to focus on yourself. You deserve better. I don't want to hear this happening to you, right? I feel upset. I'm upset. It's not even my relationship. I want you to be happy.
My heart's broken. I was really hoping that you guys were like gonna make it, and we're gonna.
I mean, it's kind of annoying how they're all just glazing her and trying to make her feel better. She's not the victim. How about the fact that she lied about the kick? Like, why is nobody on this live stream capable of going, oh yeah, she actually did lie about this though, let's push her on that, let's say, well, Amber, seeing as this has happened, are you willing to admit to the lie? Why is every single one of these motherfuckers enabling her bullshit? I'm sorry, Tech, you might have a nice voice, Sweet Tea, you might be a nice person, Fupa is also there, but nobody is actually pushing her on the thing that matters, and that is why she has reaction channels, because of this bullshit.
Again, the email. Emily, please don't talk about my child on your YouTube. Don't like Emily, but that's very valid. Rachel's kept bringing up her child to bait her into doing that, I'm assuming. Rachel, did you lie when you told me you didn't kick Amber on those 2 occasions? Emily, one word. No. It's just, honestly, it's ridiculous.
Be happy together, like.
I thought so too. That's the part that's like so confusing. All I've been doing is sticking up for her every single day.
I know you do.
But she's sticking up for her after having lied about her, you know? So it's like, it doesn't really help that much because you're sticking up for her, but first you accused her of all this other stuff.
You never let her down once on the show.
Amber, Keem is right. You gotta let it go, okay? You gotta let that go. All right, you know this is the second time she hit up Rachel, and Rachel was trying to get with her and hook up with her. It's done.
Sorry, that made me laugh when I fucked up the screen recording. Yeah, there's this hilarious narrative that I was trying to get with Emily, which is absolutely untrue. I wanted proof, I wanted screenshots, I wanted receipts. I was not interested in getting with Emily. So just to be clear, and I think it worked a little bit too well, and Emily thought that I liked her. I did not. And she definitely did like me, which I think is part of the reason Amber hates me so much. I wanted to know what happened, and we got it, you know? We've seen the proof now, so it worked.
But neither of those were the ones still dragging it out like 3 months later. Like, you're still talking about it like you're that involved, and you're still bringing it up and still making videos about it, trying to bait them both and involve yourself in something that's got nothing to do with you, Rachel. Like, that's the difference. And there, right there, you saw, like, she's like, well, I got the information and that's that. Like, her apology meant nothing. She didn't care about what she did. She didn't care how close she got into these people's lives. Like, we're seeing the real Rachel, and Rachel is a mean girl.
Going back to the same people. Just move on.
You are protecting her and your boundaries that you set, and she's not doing the same for you.
That's true.
I mean, that's true.
You caught her the first time. Now it's the second time. You saw the email that she replied back to Rachel, and Rachel's getting clout off of it. Come on, it's over.
I mean, I don't know that it's about clout for Emily. She doesn't give a fuck about Amber for a start, definitely. But what she really wants is to clear her name. Deep down, she hates herself for liking Amber and wanting Amber's body. So she kind of puts herself through this weird rigmarole where she tries to keep her relationship with Amber because she likes the size of her. But at the same time, she doesn't want Amber's lies about her to be out there. So she's kind of trying to toe this line. It's absolutely scummy and embarrassing, but I don't think Emily's getting any clout from this. What I think she really wants is to put Amber out to dry. She just can't admit to herself that actually, no, she does fucking hate Amber. And she's just like back and forth because she likes the legs, as I've said.
This makes me think that there's a lot more going on than she's telling us. A lot more going on than that one message, right? Because she's so comfortable with saying how Emily's thinking, how Emily's feeling about stuff. That was so like, this is how she feels. This is a definitive statement of how Emily is thinking and feeling, that there's no way at all that she's not been talking to her like this whole time.
Matter of fact, get a 3-way with Rachel. Rachel, where are you at? Come up here.
Rachel, hop on the stream.
No.
Right now.
How about the fuck not?
Slack.
See, that's why you got booted off, Sweet Tea. You're too nice.
So
There's no way in hell we're ever gonna get them 2 bitches on here at once.
Wait, are they too big for the screen? Look, I don't know who this Rachel lady is.
No.
Rachel actually asked Amber to play her video on live stream.
He did.
Is Rachel like the asshole detractor I've been hearing about? The one that just like goes after Amberlynn all the time?
Yep.
Is that one of the channels?
No, she's one that got caught in she got caught in a Discord with a bunch of other reaction channels talking shit about other reaction channels, and at the same time touching the poo, basically talking to Amberlynn's girlfriend behind her back.
I think the word poo in an American accent sounds really funny. Touching the poo, my apology stands for anyone who's, who cares.
Did you see how smug she was when they brought up her name? She was like, "Oh, who, me? Oh my god!" And then when they called her an asshole and said about the Discord, her like face just shifted. But what I find funny as well is the fact that she's like, "My apology still stands about the Discord stuff," like really just nonchalantly, like. She addressed it terribly in her apology. She does not care. She does not care what her audience think. She doesn't care. She's made it clear she thinks we're all stupid anyway. So yeah, like this is ridiculous, Rachel. Like
get information.
That's insane.
That's fucked.
She got canceled for that, but she's back now.
For me, I don't know who the fuck Rachel is. You could give me a face of 50 fucking people. I'd be like, I cannot point out Rachel. 2 people, I would be like 50-50, dog. I'm gonna tell you this.
I mean, that's just math. If there's 2 people, it's gonna be 50-50, right? That's just math.
over this weekend, I'm gonna find out who the fuck Rachel is. She seems like a bitch. Fuck Rachel. Also,
she looks like Lord Farquaad.
Hey, Fupa, that's your
Lord Farquaad. Yeah, I know. I do have a weirdly square jaw. However, I'm lucky because at least it's skinnier than it was when I started this channel, Well, I say lucky. I've worked fucking hard. People saying I look like Lord Farquaad. Like, I'm sorry, but that's always going to just be funny to me. I mean, not everyone's face is for everyone, right? You think I'm ugly? Cool.
It's your babe!
Oh, yeah.
it does bother her. It does bother her. You could see it on her face when they said it. Like, she pretended it didn't bother her, but it did. I think she's annoyed that they're not all glazing her and being like, "Oh, Rachel is like the hero who's calling Amber out." Instead, they're just like, "She's a bitch. She's an asshole. She was the one in the Discord and this, that, and the other." I think she doesn't like that at all.
Big Money says, Amber, your girl is... Oh, that's
Do it live.
Do it live.
Call her on speaker.
Who?
Caller, say it's over.
What are you guys talking about? I literally am using my phone right now. I, first of all, can't call her, and secondly, I wouldn't. So.
I can call her.
No.
But she'd never answer because she doesn't actually want to have her face and voice on here. She just wants to do things like sneakily behind the scenes. She'll never get on camera and talk. She just wants to do it through other people and send messages and screenshots, but she doesn't actually want her face on here. And we know that because she privacy strikes everybody who uses her face.
Like, you guys, like, no tea, no shade, but you guys have already crossed a boundary that I did not want to cross today by using this for content. And you know what? You're lucky I'm not fucking... You're just lucky. That's all I'm going to say.
She crossed the boundary.
Okay, but I told you I didn't want to talk about this. I didn't want to talk about her. And you guys just kept going and going and going. Can we just move on?
I want to do something. I'm pissed, bro. I feel betrayed.
Why would you feel betrayed? It's not you.
Because I got empathy.
Yeah.
You're his employee. He doesn't want to see this happen to his employee.
Anyone in my circle, if I see them getting fucked over, like, bro, I like getting people's business. And I'm like, this is what you need to do. And I'm adamant about it because I know what you need to do.
Oh, God, I need to go shower.
I mean, that's kind of the human condition, like being able to look at somebody else's life and tell what they need to do and give good advice to other people is much easier than giving yourself good advice, It's really hard to see errors and problems in your own life. It's way easier to see it in other people. I think that's just true.
And I present to you Exhibit A, Rachel Lynn. Like, she's not seeing how this is coming across. She's not seeing that this is a problem. She is not aware of it. It's so bizarre. It is so bizarre. I just feel like it's going too far. And I know, as I'm making this video, she has made another video. I watched a bit of Vera the Chuckin last night when she was talking about it, and she's totally baiting Emily. There are voice notes, and she gave voice notes to Jawbone, and again, all the mods were in her chat going, yeah, like, go Rachel. And it's like, they're just not a nice crowd of people, not a good group of people, and people that people shouldn't be taking their word on everything that they're saying, because it's literally about money for them. They do not care about the well-being of their audience. Like I say, Rachel said in that chat that she thinks their audience are idiots, that she's in it for the money. Snowflake is clearly doesn't care about his audience, and he's in it for the money. There's no genuine feeling for anybody that's watching. They're just like blurting out content without worrying about the repercussions of what they're saying, is how it's affecting people, and that is massively irresponsible. Like, I think if you have a platform, you have to be on the ball with stuff like that, with what you're saying, especially when it comes to subjects like DV and toxic relationships and manipulation. And like Rachel, she just seems to think she's ahead of the game at the moment, but actually she is just looking so desperate, and I am getting secondhand embarrassment for her.
You know, the funniest thing about all of this is the fact that Amber hasn't seen Emily in a year. They haven't been in the same room for a year. Like, that's wild. Keemstar's like, start fucking the source. They're not even fucking each other. They haven't seen each other in a year. Like, deep that. I understand long distance relationships and stuff. But all this drama and all this shit over somebody who you literally haven't seen them in a year. Like, it's crazy.
And again, this is just my opinion, but they have actually met each other in person, in real life. They lived together for a few months in real life. The damage and manipulation was done in those few months, maybe even before that. So for her to come and be like, oh, they're crazy. It's like, long distance relationships is a thing. People can be manipulated online. That is a thing. So people aren't crazy for that. And for her to use the word crazy when she's behaving this way is unbelievably hypocritical.
The amount of times you've been backstabbed online, you've been doing this for so fucking long. I know that you're feeling some type of way, right? Because you see it. You see what's happening.
She hasn't been backstabbed online. She's lied about people who have then had to come out and defend themselves. That's what actually fucking happened.
Right? Is it a clout grab? I don't know. I don't know the story enough, but it's for sure.
She said it was to defend herself.
What does she have to defend? She's not a public figure.
Okay, that is so interesting. Amber saying that Emily replied to my email to defend herself. That is Amber saying that Emily said that to her privately in private messages, right? So if Emily privately told Amber she needed to defend herself, that suggests there is something which she needs to defend herself from, and that thing is the lie about the kick. So there is an understanding between the two of them. If Emily says, I need to defend myself, Amber knows what she's talking about, what she needs to defend herself from, because Amber is the one who made the false allegations. So the fact that Emily would say, I need to defend myself, shows that Amber did lie. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if I explained that properly.
Again, the message just said no. That's all it said. It was just the word no. So, yeah, I don't really know, like, what planet you're on, Rachel, or what you've been taking, but this is literally, like, just so insane that you're so passionately involved and you're behaving this way.
I'm with
Oh my
Keem.
God.
I think you should dump her.
I'm gonna have a heart attack tonight, I think.
Okay, so Amber saying that, I'm going to have a heart attack tonight, I think, makes me think she knows Emily's watching the stream. She said that because she's threatening some kind of danger to her health. She does this. She makes these fake health scares when she wants somebody to worry about her. I think Emily is the one who's distanced herself from Amber in this situation. I don't think Amber has asked Emily for a break. I think Emily has asked Amber for a break, which is why Amber's like, I'm so stressed, I'm going to have a heart attack, because that's how she gets people to feel bad for her and speak to her again.
I mean, that's a lot of assumptions, but my opinion is that she's annoyed that she messaged Rachel, which is fair enough. Like, I would be annoyed. Any decent human being in a relationship would be annoyed if they did something like that when you're all trying to work on making things better. So that's just my opinion.
You all already know that. Emily's been loose-lipped from the start. The fact that she ever gave anyone anything tells you everything you need to know about her, right? Most of Amber's exes have said something after the fact, but it's the fact that Emily did it while they were still together. That's the craziest part of it. And the fact that she would do it again. So she did it once, they were in their healing era and trying to sort it out, and then she replied to my email again. Like, it's really wild.
And you cannot convince me that both those times you didn't reach out to Emily.
All the tea. And what's stopping her from like dropping shit that you don't want her to talk about?
I don't know, y'all are stressing me out.
Look at these W's, bro. What, bro? We have to break up with this.
Honestly, Amber has not dated anyone that has been this hated.
There's a reason, though. She's not hated for dating Amber. She's not hated because of what she looks like. She's not hated for any reason other than the feederism allegations, the fact that she had an ex that passed away. I've shown it already, but it's this webpage that she had on FetLife. It's all of the stuff she's liked and interacted with of her being interested in huge people. That is the reason people hate her. It's nothing to do with Amber. They would have hated her as an individual on the internet if she had never touched Amber. If you saw somebody did these things, you would hate them, regardless of their interaction with Amber. Now people dislike her even more because she's proven herself to be even more disloyal. But yeah, she's hated because of what she did. It's nothing to do with her touching Amber.
This is like
Y'all are stressing me out.
Bro, Amber, you have harassed me for 2 weeks straight, almost every single day, trying to get me to yell at different hosts to protect your girlfriend. And this girl's
you should have
emailing.
signed an NDA. You should have signed an NDA your damn self.
And this girl is emailing detractors. You know what I'm saying? You have went out of your way. It doesn't matter that I just said that right now because you say it publicly that you're doing whatever the fuck you can to protect this woman.
It's very true, and throughout, far be it from me to agree with Keemstar, but from the outset, Amber has said, do not talk about Emily, she's off limits. She's defended Emily over and over and over again, and all I had to do was shoot out one email, and Emily replies. It's like, how disloyal do you want to be? At least Amber was trying to be loyal, I suppose. Amber was terrified of being left by Emily, which is why I think she defended Emily so much and tried so hard not to speak about Emily. I also think that's why she didn't want to mention me, because she knew that I knew stuff about Emily which would piss Emily off if it came out, which I think is part of the reason that she was kind of pussyfooting talking about me. But it's true, she's been defending Emily, and Emily has no loyalty to her and will not defend her. It's embarrassing. I mean, she's kind of been defending Emily in that she's been trying to stop other people on the LCU talking about Emily, but at the same time, she won't defend her, really, because she won't admit that she lied about her. So, yeah, they are as bad as each other, as I keep on saying.
It's a very messy situation, and there's definitely manipulation on both ends, but again, like, Rachel's assumptions of a relationship she's not involved in are wild.
Even the detractors, there's people in this chat that are saying, I've hated you for so long, but you got to do better for yourself, girl. Even I wouldn't put you through this shit. And it's crazy. Amber, I think
it's true. It's an objective fact that Amber and Emily need to break up. Regardless of whether you like Amber or you dislike Amber or you hate Amber or whatever, they need to break up. And that's just an absolute fact.
Like you until you changed because you belittle yourself for this horrible person. $10 from Michelle Hellsbells. You can do so much effing better, but she changed you in a bad way because she's so horrible to you.
I think they were both as bad as each other. Like, Amber was absolutely evil to Emily as well. And what made Amber come out and say the kick lies and make a bunch of lies up about Emily, including the lie about how Rarity got out, by the way, because remember, it's the same live stream where she lies about the kick, is the same one where she says that Emily let Rarity out. So if she's lying about the kick to make Emily look bad, which she is, it also strengthens the argument that she was lying about how Rarity got out as well. So both of those things are connected. It's all one big fucking pile of steaming turd, frankly.
And again, Rachel has said that Emily can't be trusted, so we're supposed to believe Emily when she says that she didn't kick Amber. Like, this isn't making any sense.
Look at the chat, bro. Everybody is on your side for this, bro. They want to see you free.
Aren't you tired of dealing with this?
I love her though, bro. I don't know what to do about it. So can we just stop?
She doesn't know what love is. Neither of them know what love is. If you love someone, you don't do the shit that these two have done to each other. This situation and the behaviour between these two individuals is about as far as it's possible to get from love, I think.
Says the person flirting with a deaf feeder to get content and saying that it's okay to flirt with people to get ahead in your job. Yeah, I'm sure your girlfriend's really stoked about that. Like, what the hell?
Like, genuinely, you guys are like, I'm not fucking Boogie. I'm not willing to fucking be treated like this when I say stop. Boogie will do anything and everything. I'm not that, okay? Just stop.
She's the female Boogie 2988. I watched this video the other day. It's really interesting and worth a watch. Tells you a lot about Boogie's life. There are so many parallels between Amber and Boogie. There's definitely a video there somewhere if I can be bothered to make it.
Well, don't do us any favours, Rachel, will you? I'm not being funny, but like, if I was at my job, or like, say I was making these videos, and I turn around and I was like, oh, I'm going to do this if I can be bothered to make it. Like, what? Like, as an audience member, I'm like, oh, well, you know, don't put yourself out. Like, don't stress yourself out for us. Like, you know, oh, I don't know. Just, like, that's so disrespectful to your audience. I can't believe she just said that.
Really mean. Is this the break because you want space from her for a day? You want space from her for a week? Are you still going to be talking to each other? What does this break mean?
I just need time to think.
All right, good, because you have until Sunday.
Okay, but what I'm telling you is what I choose to do with my life is ultimately up to me, and that's on period.
Is the dono done playing?
Donos are turned off.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
What you choose to do with your life is your choice, 100%, right? But if you choose to stay with this woman, everyone's going to hate you. If you choose to get rid of this woman, people are going to respect you for at least sticking up for yourself when you are legitimately the victim.
I mean, she's not the victim. People are going to hate her regardless of what she does. There is nothing she can do that will stop the hate. There is something she could do that might make people slightly more apathetic towards her, which would be admit to all her fucking lies. But there is no way anyone is going to stop hating her. And she is absolutely not the victim. And this is a perfect example. We've just watched nearly 45 minutes of content, or 35 minutes of content about the kick and about these lies and about the fact that the real person who's done something really fucked up here, although Emily has, is Amber, who lied despite saying, I've never lied about anything serious. She lied about being kicked. It's so important, and they've managed to just avoid it somehow. I don't even know how they've done it. But sitting there and saying that she's the victim is a joke. She is not anyone's victim, I do not think.
That's true.
I believe in this situation she is. Yes, she got involved with Emily. Yes, she knew what Emily was. But I don't think it's fair to judge Amber for defending her so fiercely when you have no idea the level of manipulation it's got to get Amber to that point. Like, we all know that Amber is a manipulator, so for her to be manipulated to the point where she's terrified of people talking about Emily because of the repercussions, this is Amber Lynn. Then there's something more going on here. And like I say, Rachel obviously has zero experience with anything like this. And it comes across in everything that she's saying. And don't get me wrong, like, good for her. I am glad that she's never had to experience anything like that. But to talk about it so adamantly to her viewers is just so irresponsible. And I think it can cause damage to her viewers. And it's really upsetting to see that.
So he just said, why can't she or how much effort are you putting into respecting yourself? The answer is 0. And it's demonstrated here by her doing this. But it's also demonstrated in her relationship. The fact that she's found out that Emily has done this and she hasn't immediately kicked Emily to the curb shows the real problem and the root of all of this. And I would argue maybe the root of many of Amber's problems. She doesn't understand love. She doesn't love herself. She doesn't respect herself. She doesn't care about herself. All she cares about is maintaining some kind of unhealthy trauma bond with Emily because she wants someone. She just wants someone. She doesn't care who they are or how they treat her. And that, to be honest, is probably a side effect of her childhood. A lot of this will be that she was never loved as a child. She never had love demonstrated to her. She had an awful traumatic upbringing. And the thing is that although that is true, it's not an excuse. You have to deal with your own shit. We've all done it, right? I'm 29. It's taken me until, to be honest, the last 6 months or even less to finally feel, okay, I'm actually the kind of person I want to be now.
So this is who Rachel wants to be. She wants to be this mean girl. She wants to be this person who's jumping into people's relationships that haven't got anything to do with her. She wants to be the person known for turning lolcow, for touching the poo and flirting with the deaf feeder. This is who Rachel wants to be, and this is the person that people are supporting and subscribe to. It's just like she's saying it as it is, and I guess you can kind of like give her like credit for that. Like, she's a mean girl, she's embracing it, and that's who she is. But still, it's just for her to have any opinion on other people's relationships and mental health is not really very good when she clearly doesn't have the basic understanding of how it works. Like, her to say like, why doesn't she just leave? That's like victim blaming. Like, it's not that easy when you're in that situation to just leave. It takes a long time, and it takes more than one time to leave. Like I think I said in my last video, I think statistic is it takes the average victim of an abuser 3 to 5 times to leave that relationship permanently. It doesn't just happen overnight. Like, so why don't you just get out of that situation? Oh, like why have you got here in the first place? It's so bad, and it makes me so angry that she has this attitude towards it. It's just so unfair on all those victims out there. And if any of you are listening and you have been through this, and this is like upsetting you in the same way it's upsetting me, just like whatever you're going through, whatever you've been through is completely valid. You manage that your own way, in your own time, with your own support system. And don't let somebody like Rachel Lynn come in and make you feel like shit because she's saying, well, why didn't you just leave? Like, that's not okay. That's unacceptable. Don't listen to it. She's ridiculous. This is very clearly a complex situation where they're both manipulators, where they're very toxic for each other, and you don't understand it. So if you don't fucking understand it and have never experienced it, either do research on it before you make a video, which you obviously haven't done, or just shut the fuck up about it. Simple as that.
I mean, I think it's true that Amber has tried to defend Emily from the LCU, but the thing is that Emily inserted herself into Girl World hugely. If she really never wanted to be on YouTube, she never wanted any of this, she could have just never let herself be on Amber's channel. None of this would have happened. On some level, Emily must have wanted some kind of attention and or clout. Emily allowed that. Emily wanted to be on Amber's channel, so she obviously did want the attention in a certain kind of way, and if she really wanted to be away from it and get away from it, she would delete all her socials, never speak to another reaction channel ever again, and that would be that. The problem is she's pussyfooted. She's done a bit of this, a bit of that. She's gone in and out and in and out and in and out. And now she's fair game. The stuff she told me, for her to then turn around and get back with Amber is embarrassing. It's crazy. The stuff we've all seen, you know, the videos, the messages and all of that. The fact that Emily shared all of that meant that she chose this, you know, she put herself in this situation. You reply to the email of a reaction channel, what do you fucking expect? You can't play with the fire of Girl World and then be surprised when you get burned, and that applies to everyone, all of us. We inserted ourselves into this life, so people being mad at us and talking about us or whatever the fuck, we chose it. Like, yeah, we chose it. So you can't be annoyed people are talking about you when you put yourself in the situation. I made that video yesterday knowing it was going to piss Amber off, and I was fine with that. I knew there were going to be people who watch that and be like, well, fuck you, why have you spoken to Emily? Why did you email Emily? You know people are going to have different opinions about you. But you still choose it, right? If I wanted this to all stop, I would just close my camera, close my laptop, and go and do my jigsaw puzzle and never talk about Girl World ever again. But you keep inserting yourself, you keep choosing it, and that is what Emily has done, and that's what she's been doing. So, you know, you chose this, you know, you made the bed, lie in it.
The difference is, though, and I agree, like, Emily keeps reaching out to these people and doesn't want to be talked about. I think it's stupid to think that's going to happen. But we're not all reaching out to her and befriending her and getting involved in her life. We watch Amber Lynn and the world around her, and we talk about it that way. We don't need to be this involved. And with Emily, like, her girlfriends, like Colleen, she was on TV. She obviously had some kind of platform. which she used. You got Amber Lynn, who's got her YouTube platform, which she, gets clout from. I think Emily does like people like that. And then you've got that, I'm sorry if I pronounce her name wrong, is it Zayo? She also has a platform, and Tommy was reaching out to her and sending her money. So I think she likes these women that have a platform and have their own income and are independent, because it's more fun for her to then take control of that, right? Abusers and narcissists will pick out people who seem to have their shit together, who seem to be independent with their own income and that, and they take joy in tearing that down and making them dependent on them. It's how they control people. Like, to be able to bring someone like that down to the point where they're completely dependent on you, and then they can do whatever they want to you, say whatever they want to you. That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. So there is a pattern here with Emily. But then for Rachel to be going on her Instagram and being like, do me a favor and send this to Emily, and like Discord messages from the LCU bus Discord where Amber is saying like she didn't say like that she like kicked Emily or not. Like, girl, what is going on? Like, seriously, why? Like, it's like Emily's done a number on you too. It's just, you need to stay out of it and stay far away from it. And I know she hasn't, because there is another video, and like in the comment section of that, you've got Jawbone getting involved, and the mods from the Discord are all involved. So they're all still playing these mean girl parts, and it's clearly another chat or another Discord where they're all doing this. They haven't changed. They haven't learned anything. They haven't grown. If anything, it's getting worse. And Rachel's opinions in this video and a couple of others about their relationship, like the assumptions she's making, it's just wild and dangerous to assume anything, and putting herself in that situation and getting involved in this clearly manipulative relationship is going to cause more harm than good in the end. So that's what I have to say about that. Sorry if this was really ranty. It really upsets me when people like that come in here and just make assumptions about what you should do if you're in these kind of relationships, and assume that your audiences are stupid. It's so condescending and so patronizing, and I just really wanted to make it very clear that nothing she is saying about any of these DV experiences is correct. People do get manipulated in online relationships. That happens a lot. People find it difficult to leave these relationships. People take their time to get out of these relationships. It's not something that just happens overnight. So yeah, she is chatting absolute shit in this, and I really, really hope that her statements have not caused any damage to anybody in the audience, because that would be very sad, and it's none of her business, and she clearly doesn't know what she's talking about. So please do not take any of that to heart at all. So that's all I have for you guys today. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel. I'd absolutely love to have you here. I'd love to hear your comments on this video. What you think is going on with Rachel, like why she's so obsessed of getting involved in this situation. And I will see you all in the next one. Bye.